What is reggae? Reggae is one of the world's few living folk music. It is the contemporary version of the folk music in our father or maybe grandfather's time. It is more than an emotional attachment to Jamaican music. Reggae was developed from ska, metal, and R&B music in the 1960s from Jamaica. It remains a kind of genuinely popular sound generated by people's life experience, emotions, and traditions, without outside interference of multinational marketers, press agents, and spin doctors. Therefore, it shows the primitive and nature lyrics from singers' minds. Jamaica has been 1/20th of 1% of the world population and produces even less of its wealth. Geographically, it has no special strategic value, not even of major military, technological, or historical significance has ever taken place here. But why is its music so popular? Jamaicans like to say, "We are small but exceptional." All good music pleases both heart and mind. Reggae is certainly an intuitive folk music where visceral and emotional appeals take precedence over intellectual attractions. Since its birth in Jamaica, reggae has been people's main emotional outlet. All these composers and singers know is its effect on people. Reggae is many things to different people. Conscious music dealing with social and racial issues. With the beats become a sense of conviction, lack of pretense, and the nature intensity which make the music attractive to millions who were never part of the intended audience. Yet reggae remains essential to Jamaicans not because it can be heard everywhere in the world, but because it continues to move them deeply, to express their feelings, to mirror their everyday reality. Now, reggae is popular in Pacific Islands. Pacific Islands share the similar background as the African descendants in Jamaica. They are oppressed by colonizers. Indigenous people need an outlet to express their emotion. Pacific reggae differs from Jamaican reggae in the use of instruments such as the ukulele, traditional wooden drums, and keyboard synthesizers. Reggae in the Pacific is not typically Rastafarian. In the Pacific Islands, songs are often remakes of traditional songs, etc. Small access makes of Calipolina. New Zealand reggae has Maori influences.
Culture and religion of Rastafarians from Jamaica have a rich heritage that not many in the rest of the world understand. The religion was said to have been founded November 2nd, 1930, the year Emperor Haile Selassie I was crowned. It was founded in Jamaica by Marcus Garvey, a black Jamaican who taught in the 1920s and was considered at the time a second John the Baptist. About 1 million people adhere to the religion worldwide, including USA, Britain, and many Pacific islands. Rasta culture has only grown stronger in the years since Selassie's death. However, a major proponent of the Rastafarian in the 60s and 70s was Bob Marley, first with his band The Wailers and then in his solo career. This talented musician became for many the voice of Jamaica and was the first Jamaican superstar. The music of Rastafarianism was at first ska, which then mutated into reggae. Reggae music has been used for the last 4 decades to express the joy of Jah and Rasta and also to protest the injustices the Jamaican people have had to endure. The popularity of Bob Marley brought many imitators and changed the face of music in Jamaica. Musicians looking for Bob Marley-type popularity grew dreadlocks and started professing Rastafari. The lyrics of many songs were changed and sprinkled with references to Rastafari. It was how reggae was seen by the world, and so the musicians obliged. These musicians automatically grew dreadlocks, called on the name of Jah, Haile Selassie, and Rasta. They professed Rastafari as a way to gain popularity and the perceived benefits. Many wanted to piggyback on the foundation laid by Bob Marley and use it as a religious justification for smoking ganja, or marijuana, which is said to bring spiritual enlightenment in the Rastafarian religion. Bob Marley and many that tried to follow in his footsteps are the voice of the poor and downtrodden. The lyrics of the music speaks to the masses. The message in the music, in most cases, are about oppression, poverty, slavery, and human rights. Music identifies with the struggle Pacific Islanders have faced through colonialism, owing to its popularity in the Pacific Islands.
I wanna be like the rising sun, and I know that this can be done. From reality, I will never run.
Reggae music has made its way to the islands of the Pacific. The piece just heard incorporated strong sounds of the drums. The drums have been known to be the backbone in reggae music, keeping the tempo and rhythm of a song. Some may even refer to it as a speech circuit for speaking the words about what the artist wants to say. Examples of the types of drums used in reggae music are the bass drum, Funde drum, and the repeater. As seen in these pictures, each has a unique shape as well as sound. The repeater, for example, is a smaller sized drum in order for it to create a higher pitched sound. Most of the drums are made from wood or steel trash cans. These shapes are also very diverse, such as being bottle-shaped or goblet-shaped. Tops of the drums have been made out of cow or goat skin. Similar to the Jamaican drums, Pacific Islander drums have unique covers, such as a shark's belly or parts of a stingray. Listen as this piece uses two types of drums, one with shark skin, the other with a hollow log drum beaten with sticks. The various instruments in the Pacific Islanders are the ukulele, guitar, nose flute, and slit drums. Comparing these instruments to those of reggae ones shows how the Pacific Islanders have branched off in creating new sounds. Within the Pacific Islands, the ukulele is one of very few stringed instruments. They are usually intended for the use of the melody in a song. Heard here, the ukulele is distinguishable in a song. While Pacific Islanders have a slightly different sound from reggae music, Heard Here is a song written by Pacific Island people. Listen to this and hear the reggae sounds of the drums and the slow, calming beat. The Pacific Islands do have unique instruments that differ from the ones that are used in reggae music. Examples of this would be the nose flute and the conch trumpet. Reggae and Pacific Island sounds are used for resistance and mostly speak for themselves in their unique rhythms created as well as the words spoken.
Theoretically, during the growth of reggae and the rise of many greats like Bob Marley and the Wailers, Gregory Isaacs, and more, many Pacific Islanders identified with the struggles of the colonized blacks in the Caribbean and in the African diaspora. Thus, reggae music forged an identity in the lives of most Pacific Islanders. Pacifica Reggae today features reggae beats and is highly influenced by the Rastafari or the roots rhythm movement. However, Pacifica artists accommodate their own island styles and assert their unique identities through their lyrics, in addition to the languages they employ. There are some reggae songs and artists like Unity Pacific, Ocean, Fiji, the Sunshiners, and more that explicitly convey neo-colonial themes and reveal the social issues associated with Pacific Islanders. For example, Maori singer and songwriter Tigilao Ness of Unity Pacific openly challenges the new generation and asks, "What you gonna do?" in a song titled Junior Song. Tigi honestly speaks about the past and reoccurring acts of degradation and suffering of the Maori and Pacific Islanders, and he understands that action and unity are very important in the reinforcement and the uplift of Pacific peoples. Here is one example of direct songwriting and blatant lyrical messages. Other island reggae artists like Patti, Catchafire, etc. might write about love, heartbreak, or chillin' and cunningly complement their lyrics with visual art. Although this video is not explicitly radical in any way, the visual aspects make it craftily resistant. The video introduces the culture and lifestyle of a group of island peoples, Kanikapila or jam sessions, the ukulele, surfing, family, friends, the ocean, and the land. The video also represents an illustration of a sort of alternative future uninterrupted by colonization, expansion, tourism, and industrialization. Pacific Islanders have gained high respect and credibility in the world of reggae. A unity has been fashioned through roots reggae in the Pacific Islands and elsewhere, and globally, the general public is also identifying with some Pacifica reggae songs lyrically. The song addresses the hellfire and the turmoil that the world is in. The lead singer declares, "Oh, I see what you've done to me, the way you kill me, the way you rape me. Can't wait forever for someone to come help me." Undoubtedly, people other than Pacific Islanders are able to identify with these metaphors and realities present in hellfire. Seemingly, just as Pacific Islanders are a diasporic people, so are their messages and their music. Nevertheless, powerful and provocative, sometimes explicit and sometimes subtle, the messages in Pacifica roots reggae are forms of resistance.
Using native languages is a very significant part of resistance because valuing native languages is a way of reclaiming native ways of life and native forms of communication. Additionally, using native languages is a way of re-indigenizing education, industries, and music. Reggae artists in the Pacific Islands such as Ocean, Paula Fuga, Tike Tane, Kupa Aina use their native languages in their music as a way to make their music more connected to native people and to native issues. Ocean is particularly notable because he is the first artist in the Pacific to rap in Tok Pisin, a native language of Papua New Guinea. Ocean also produces music in Pidgin, Nakanai, Oroma, Kiwa, and Rigo. The Rasborneo blog suggests that Ocean raps in these languages because he is embracing different cultures of the Pacific. Beyond embracing different cultures, singing in many Pacific Island languages may also contribute to a shared Pacific identity. It is important to mention that these singers do not sing exclusively in their native languages, but frequently mix their indigenous languages with English. For example, Paula Fuga sings in both Hawaiian and in English. However, using English can also be a form of resistance. Take, for example, Anstine Energy and his usage of a dialect of English that is specific to the Solomon Islands. Anstine Energy is not simply singing in broken or improper English, rather he is singing in a variation of English that is rule-governed, logical, and unique to his home island. Because the variation of English he is speaking does not abide by the rules of standard mainland English, but instead abides by the rules of his native variation of English, singing in this dialect of English is a form of resistance in and of itself. The colonizer's language has been utilized in indigenous ways for indigenous purposes. Chief Raga from Hawaii and XX Squad from Vanuatu also use dialects of English as forms of resistance. The comment section under the reggae videos creates a space where Pacific Islanders can react to the work of these artists, frequently in ways which define and redefine their own Pacific identities. Artists from specific nations within the Pacific Islands frequently receive comments on their videos that demonstrate pride and identity affiliated with these Pacific Island nations. Comments also may show solidarity with other Pacific Islanders and tendencies towards a regional or oceanic identity. Conversely, comments may also show individual island identity in conflict with Pacific Island identities. Smaller regional identities also emerge in these comment sections as respondents ally themselves with Micronesia, Polynesia, and Melanesia as a way of expressing Pacific identity. In these ways, reggae music in the Pacific is not only resistance through the acts, music, and lyrics of the artists, but coupled with modern technology and the cultural phenomenon of YouTube, reggae music in the Pacific also creates spaces for the negotiation of Pacific identities to be discussed, challenged, and solidified in informal spaces where the younger generation feels free to participate.